Good evening. Election 2019, the candidates campaigning for months. We begin with breaking news this Friday night. You are looking at a scene in Pleasantville, New Jersey. Shots ring out at a high school football game there at about 8:30 tonight.
We're talking about 2 million more drivers on the road this year than last year. That's right, 2 million more drivers.
But first, let's go ahead and get it straight to Chief Meteorologist Howard Manges with more. And Howard, road conditions, everything to talk about right now. For a 4-year-old boy in Massachusetts, there isn't a lot to celebrate this Christmas, and this story is so tragic. His mother killed just last month. The judge is sentencing him today from 70 years to life in prison for murder, attempted murder, as well as arson.
You know what, and I heard so much about the Speedy that I just had to go try it out for myself and get this. Have a little fun along the way. Check it out. Sometimes I just don't know how I wind up with these assignments, but today they promised it would be fun, it would be tasty. The list is long, all right? So we're here at Lupo's, right? You know Lupo's.
And they called it Koala Bear.
Wow, look at you with these facts.
Wow.
Google. What do you think the women would say today if they were here and saw this and saw the city?
Oh.
Don't mean to put you on the spot. So let's bring in Nicole now, because she just gave me these, those hand warmers, which she was using as foot warmers.
They were on my
Oh, did I not
tonight.
tell you that? Never mind.
I forgot to take them off. I walked in.
Good evening, everyone. Guilty. That was the verdict from the judge in Nicaragua late this afternoon, where this case all played out. It took a judge a little more than an hour to find Orlando Tesoro guilty of killing former BU nursing student Haley Anderson.
Today, justice was served as much as it ever can be.
Moments after the guilty verdict, District Attorney Steve Cornwell, with Haley Anderson's parents by his side, saying he's satisfied with the ruling, crediting a very strong relationship between the U.S. and Nicaraguan authorities, the Department of Justice, and state police.
Although not what we wanted to have the trial here, but we saw justice take place in a courtroom on an international stage.
The court proceedings interrupted by an earthquake Friday, taking place in Nicaragua, while 17 witnesses testified through a live stream video from here in Broome County. But it was Haley Anderson's parents who, for the first time on Friday, broke their silence. Their daughter strangled in March 2018. Her lifeless body found at Tesero's apartment. Then prosecutors say Tesero left behind a note saying, "I'm sorry," before getting on a flight at JFK, heading home to Nicaragua.
I don't know if there's ever a word for justice, because there's no justice for something that's truly, for lack of words, disheartening as this was.
Prosecutors focusing on Tesero and Anderson's on-again, off-again relationship, arguing Tesero killed her out of jealousy. Witnesses saying he obsessed over Anderson, often getting mad.
I just kept my faith in the system, and keeping my faith in the system proved to be the right thing to do.
Haley's parents praising the district attorney and thanking the judge while remembering their daughter, a flame, they say, that has now been put out.
She was a bubble on a sunshiny day. She just made you smile. And she'll be truly missed.
A parent's grief. Tesero is guilty of femicide, which is Nicaragua's way of saying murder or homicide. He could face a maximum of 30 years in a Nicaraguan prison. No word right now on when that sentencing will take place. Tesero has the right to appeal, but regardless of that appeal, he still faces a second-degree murder charge, and there's a warrant out for his arrest here in Broome County. Ann?